Hey, good morning, everybody. 60 Vet here. I see in the forums there's discussion again about design type software, and SketchUp's being mentioned again. And what I thought I'd do is throw together a little short video showing what I've done with SketchUp, just to give you a feel for what it looks like, what it can do, what I've done with it. This is not intended to be an instructional video. It is not intended to show you how to do some of these things. It's just to show you that it can be done. So what I did was I opened up a bench that I designed. There was a picture in a catalog my wife liked, so I took that and just pretty much figured out what height and width I wanted, and then designed this little bench. One of the first things you'll notice with SketchUp is that it is a true 3D program. You can spin your objects, you can look at it from the top to bottom, and just spin it all the way around, however you want it. Another nice feature of SketchUp is they have something called animation. That once you get a view of the object that you want, what you can do is take and pretty much it's like taking a picture of it. And when you do that, it creates these tabs across the top. So when I click on the wood slat bench, it's going to take me back to that view. That's what I want it to look at when I click on that tab. If I want to see what the sides look like, I can click on the side or side view. If I want a back view of it, I can click on the back view of it, or I can go back to the front of it, which is kind of a neat little feature. There is the ability to do something called groups and components. When you look at this side, your rails and stiles and slats and this outer facing, all of these pieces you actually draw up individually, and then you put them together. Well, once you put them together, you highlight the whole thing, and you can do something called make it a group. And by making it a group, when you click on it, everything in that group gets highlighted, and then you can move that entire group out, up, down, make copies of it, flip it, roll it, whatever you want to do with it. And those are called groups or components. The one thing that it does not have, SketchUp, meaning that SketchUp does not have, is the ability to do something called an explosion. In other words, once I create this group side, it would be nice if I could highlight it, click a button, and have it explode it, meaning taking all the pieces, separating them, and then providing lengths and widths and heights and where mortises and tendons and so forth are. It does not have that capability to do automatically. But what you can do is you can do it yourself, which is what I've done, and then I created these different views. So once I had this side designed, I made a copy of it and put it in another part of the window, and then I created a snapshot of it. So if I go to bench sides, what it's going to go down there and it's going to show me what the sides are made up of, all these different pieces, parts. And then I can go further and say, okay, I want to see what side A and B look like. There's a snapshot of that and a tab for it. So if I click on that, it'll actually take me down and show me what parts A and what part B look like in terms of their width, how thick they are, if there's a dado in it, how thick the dado is, where the mortises are for the slats. And I did that with every part, of the bench. If I want to see what side C1 looks like or side C2, there's a breakout of that showing all the different parts. And the same with C2. If I want to see what parts D and E look like, so you get a feel for what you can do with it. Again, this was something that was done all manually. This is what I thought it would have been nice to be able to push a button and have it break it out like this with all the lengths and widths in there. That would be really slick. But it doesn't have that. So I can go back up to my view of my bench and look at it at the bench. Another nice feature that it has is something called layers. That once you create all of your different groups and components, you can put them in layers. So if I wanted to take and see what this bench looked like without the cushion, I could actually shut the cushion off, and you could see the bench without the cushion. I don't know why you would want to shut off the sides, but you can actually shut off a left side and a right side. You can put those back and get rid of the seat. You can get rid of the cross members if you want, and just see the slats. So you can turn different things on and off and get a feel for what the object would look like, without different components or different groups being shown. Another nice thing is they have something called X-ray. So if I zoom in on this joint, this mortise and tenon here, I can actually go into X-ray mode, and what it'll do is it'll show you what that joinery looks like. So you can see, if in fact the length of your tenon and the length of your mortise, is proper and you're getting a good fit in there. And that's kind of a cool thing. You can see down here with all the you can see down here with all the slats, going into the mortise and tenon. You can get a feel for, making sure that everything fits right, and that's kind of cool. So again, those are some just high-level things of what SketchUp can do. Another nice feature is that you have the ability to go out there and go out to the 3D warehouse and get a model. And I apologize, when I do this, it messes my arrow up. But you can go up and do a search, and I mean, you can search for anything. If we just do a table and do a search on a table, there's just tons of tables that people have designed. That once you design an object, kind of like I designed that bench, I can upload it and share that model with people. So these are all kind of different tables that people created, and what you can actually do is click on that and download it right into your model. Do you want to download it right into your current model? And you can say yes, and what it'll do is it'll bring that down, and let's see if I can put it someplace. You can put that into your model, and then you can see you have full access to the model that you just downloaded. You can design rooms with this. You can it's limitless. It's just a neat feature. So I thought I'd share that with you. And the other thing that it has, and I haven't done a lot with this yet, but if you select the entire model, there's a plugin called Cut List that you can go into. And I haven't played with this a lot to understand what all these features are. But if you go in there and you do a cut list and you run it, it'll actually give you a cutting diagram of what you need in order to make whatever it is you just designed. So again, I haven't messed with this a whole lot. I just put it in there not too long ago, but it is a feature that is out there and it is available. So anyway, that's in a nutshell what SketchUp looks like, what I've been able to do with it. There's a lot more, a lot of different tools out here. But again, it's just a feel for what SketchUp looks like and what it can do. And hopefully it'll give you a little flavor, and you'll be able to see that, yeah, it is something that I would like to give a shot, or I just don't like the look of it, or I don't think it'll do what I want, and it'll save you some time. So anyway, hope that helps. If you have any specific questions or how-tos with SketchUp, you can shoot me an email. It's in my profile, and maybe I can throw a little video together on a specific. But again, there's so many out there on YouTube already. I'd just be reinventing the wheel. So anyway, hopefully that helps. If you do get in and design anything in SketchUp, pop it out there and let people take a look at it, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So all right, take care, everybody.